After the goal, the guys telling our intel what to do, there's some real tough guys. They're going to get to the bottom of this. There are certain benchmarks, events, headlines that tell you they are just milking it. Why didn't you fire that guy? Oh, because I raped the dog. Silly me. As long as you don't have to say it to my face, they don't have to say it to your face. Think I sound crazy? At least I'm not sitting around watching them shoot up our schools for the past 30 years. Finance continuity of what? So when you see them giving away gold bars in the airport on the other side of the planet, it makes you wonder about, like, if you picked a healthcare plan that was right for you. Some bleeding idiot knocked down 3 towers with 2 planes, all of a sudden it's raining gold doubloons in the Middle East. I think Scotland will agree. I'll speak for the Scots at this time. It's sold to the rational authorities. The most complete picture that will be delivered ink on paper will go something like, called his classmate a monkey, threw him down a hill, and raped a dog. Now, if you are a heretical flat earth wizard with no say in the matter, that may sound like the opportunity of a lifetime. Let me sign up for this maniac, but I don't owe you anything. Just take these cuffs off me. Settle up what I owe you right now. But it's even worse over there. Over there, now, because you bought that, because, oh boy, we can sell a bunch of, we can subsidize a bunch of our toxic waste back to these little blonde kids. Now you thought you could guarantee your own personal continuity by switching out the intrinsic value of our currency for something more soluble. Talking about the intrinsic value of silver in 1982, and I got people handing me notes written on money, speak English only. I posted online. I'm like, how stupid are people? And then the Spanish are like I didn't write that, idiota. The religious assertions being made, flat earth, gay, global financial retards, wizards. We're being represented by idiots and homos. They shot Pope John Paul II and Ronald Reagan at roughly the same time. Act like John Hinckley Jr. is just overly concerned about the health and well-being of Jodie Foster. Well, if it was really Jodie Foster, could they have put her name in the paper? How bad did we want to bang Jodie Foster that we couldn't investigate anyway? Oh, my heavens. Small nanny state, Walmart, been selling us French Luftwaffe toxic waste and Cuban fruit for the past 30, 40 years. Walmart's the queen, London. I don't know if you were made aware. Western men are getting their tea and crumpets lopped off so they go compete in the Women's Olympics. Satisfy the equality of having to compete with a queen. Everything has to be flawless so nobody looks into it. But back when it was a real king, it was defenders of the crown, not guardians of the royal path. We couldn't rape your mom in time, so we'll just rape you instead. I don't know that much beyond Torah about whether or not the Jews recognize marital rape as a binding legal contract, like you raped it, you own it. I never faked my death, forged ink on paper, sold cocaine. No reason I should have had to figure out which problem. You have no right to have a problem with me just so you don't have to investigate you. There is a massive leech on the back of the English-speaking world, and it appears to be under the impression we are affiliated. Who does that sound like? What did the Revolution, the Civil War, the World War I, 1917, 1923, World War II, all have in common? That, for instance, Gandhi not being Hindu wouldn't have been such a profound influence on. Ottoman Empire fell, rise of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and by the way, the Hindi aren't allowed to fight back anymore. I know, it's all so great, they love it. Well, so what is they convert to? Is that Protestant? Or no, it's because of the Protestants, same as last time. You can't play Muslim games with these people and leave us with the fabulous Muslim prizes and then wash your hands, walk away, forget it ever happened, and be like, oh boy, why'd that explode? Because there was no arrangement. We were not negotiating. Imagine how much money I could have saved the limeys of England. See what they did to Pakistan? Like something to do with our Haitian press secretary? I mean, I might be jumping to conclusions, but when I went to Mar-a-Lago, I was surprised to meet a Somalian doorman in the flesh. What do we even have the National Defense Authorization Act for? And why am I negotiating with dweebs to whether or not I can speak to the people paying for that? You know what a dweeb is? Majesties, my lords? It's a circus geek that puts false teeth in his butt so he can bite the buttons off the back seats of taxi cabs. That is who is brokering my information, calling Elon Musk apartheid. He's like the vanilla cream puff on a chocolate souffle. Oh, my king of the Haitians? My bad, how'd that happen? Nothing you couldn't have said to my face at the time. Your mistake is in presuming that we have no opportunity or right to speak to the matter because we're Christians and we're all guilty. Like as if being a Christian obligated you to renounce your faith. No, that's Islam. Get back in your boat. You don't rebel against God. That was the devil that did. Unless you think God is just some guy and you're just supposed to spy on him until he gives you an excuse to Allahu Akbar Jerusalem. It took Hamas 40 years to figure out that the Saudis' Boko Haram protectee was a boy. How do you even qualify for Boko Haram? I haven't read the Quran, like word for word. Does it say something about haram women? Like, can a woman steal your throne by raping a little boy? No, they're for sale.